Hey guys, this is Cam from 15 back at it with another video for you guys. And I'm back joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf, after his 2-week break from doing reviews because he had to go to Mexico for family reasons and stuff like that. But definitely back to talk more My Hero Academia. Before we get into the video, what were your thoughts on the last few episodes?
I don't really have any comments about the previous episode, but this episode, Jesus, Todoroki.
Yes. No, so they got knocked out. I feel like the Todoroki stands are gonna be very pissed.
They shouldn't be that pissed. I mean, it ended in a draw, so.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. Anyways, where we last left off last week, we found out where we started the Team Todoroki, Team Ida, whatever team you want to call it. I don't really care. They're both cool in this episode too. Versus Team Tetsu. And essentially the way last week's episode ended off was Ida revealing the fact that now he upgraded his reciprocal burst to reciprocal turbo, and he can use it for longer, and he can use it up to 10 minutes now. So essentially one of the main reasons why he did that too is because Deku's shoot style. Ida went back to start to work on his own training and stuff like that, which I like it, of course. But the animation here was just
godly.
Yes, you have Ida running around like he's Sonic the Hedgehog. My God, the bright colors, and he was really kicking this man Honuki down to the point Honuki's like, I gotta get out of here. Oh, and then we find out a little bit more about Honuki's mud quirk. The fact that when he dives under his little watery terrain, he can actually swim through it like he's swimming in water or something, or in a pool, or essentially, which is pretty cool. Now, what happens is we see Ojiro fighting off against the one dude. I think it's Kaibara, the dude who can make his body parts spin into a top, and I don't know how he doesn't impale people, but we see actually the thing about his quirk is they have an effect. I'm guessing if it does enough damage, like you start to feel the pain and the brunt from his little spinny hands or spinning attacks and stuff like that. Now, what happened was Ojiro was in trouble, but then Ida came in the clutch and saved Ojiro from probably losing the fight. And Ida manages to put Kaibara into jail, even though he was trying to spin his way out of it. But sadly, that ends up backfiring on Ida when he does that. Now, what was the whole thing with the Tetsu versus Todoroki fight here?
Yeah, his ice isn't doing anything to Tetsu at all, and when he switches to flames, Tetsu went into some hot steel kind of formation and stuff. Like he's all saying I'm resistant to fire and all that stuff.
Yes, because he trained his quirk while he was in a hot burning stove, essentially. Go on.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, in the same time, Todoroki's calling back or remembering or reminiscing back to the time when he was training with his daddy-o, Shoto! Which I forgot to mention last week, actually. I forgot to totally mention that in my review, how Endeavor is just on his Shoto!
And they're like, he's in class right now, so...
Can I just say, Patrick Seitz, the voice actor of Endeavor, does it perfect to the nail when he's just screaming out Shoto!
Wait, the English dub is that far already?
The English dub right now, if you're watching on Toonami, I believe the English dub will be heading, or just finished the second episode on Toonami. On Funimation, the streaming app. for the subscription. They're actually on the second half of the Momo battle. So they're not really far behind. And I think the anime is going to continuously dub episodes now because, like I said, the episodes are coming to Toonami now. So they got to continuously dub the episodes every Saturday. So unless barring some major hiatus break for the dub, in terms of dubbing the rest of season 5, more than likely for the dub fans, they're going to get weekly episodes just like the subs. They're just a week behind, 2 weeks behind the original episode, and that's fine. It is what it is. But Todoroki recalls back to training with his dad, talking about how to get his flames hotter and stuff like that. And that's what Todoroki does. He ignites his flames to essentially inferno levels where it shorts out cameras and it looks like a whole hellhole scape. And I'm like, the freaking atmosphere, the battle landscape looked dope as hell. I'm like, oh my goodness, I like this. This is cool and stuff like that. So Todoroki's over here focusing on heating up his flames and getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And it's starting to have some effect on Tetsu. Even though he's more resistant to flame, he actually says like, shit, this is actually starting to burn a bit. And stuff like that. Now, Shoji, he's taken on Pony. Yes. When I read the first chapter, again, like I said last week, I literally thought like, oh, does she have a quirk where she transforms into a horse? No, she just got psychokinetic horns. And Shoji's doing close combat on them horns because, hey, beat up on the little girl. What is it? Pony does her little English accent again, even though it's not very clear, but hey, don't blame the people. It's a Japanese actor trying to do an English accent. And obviously, they're not the best when it comes to speaking English.
I noticed that.
Yes. You have to give them props. At least they're trying to do it like that. At least they're doing that. But hey, I'm not gonna say anything, you know. I think I saw a comment on Verve. Please, for you, do not look at the comment section of Verve. There was like a guy spoiling everything. So please be careful. I saw like a comment on Verve say like that friggin' the person who was doing the English accent was horrible. But then somebody's like, well, try making an English voice actor do a Japanese accent then. That's not gonna work. So yeah, so if you're gonna be upset at the person trying to speak English, listen, do not discriminate. She's doing the best thing that she can with trying to come up with an English accent or at least speak English fluently. Listen, they can't pull a freaking English person and be like, hey, could you dub this for us real quick so we can just do this as a voiceover? It'd be weird as hell, and then whatever. But I like the fact that she can speak English. But what happens is one of her horns looked like it's going to stab Soji in the back, but thanks to Ojiro coming in at the last second, it stops that. But then Mudman finally comes back because it looks like Ojiro's got Pony trapped in his tail. But then we get a nice little moment from Ojiro, who we don't see too much of, with his tail slap. He essentially just, I guess you can say, makes a freaking strong enough blow back, which blows everybody back. And guess what? He's got Pony in his tail. You want to care to tell the audience what happens to our boy Ojiro, though, even though he's got her trapped?
He gets... No, you do it, man. You do it.
Okay. Oh, you really... And you just watched the episode, too.
I'm not good at talking. You already know.
I know. He got her wrapped, but Pony is like, oh, you may have got me trapped, but listen, this isn't over yet. So she just fires more, more horns. 2 horns hit Ojiro, and Ojiro's like, that's not going to do much of anything. She adds another 2 horns to the whole thing, and it actually blows him back. And 2, we saw early in the episode, Ojiro was affected by Kaibara's little spinny attacks. It got him here, and eventually he was sent flying into the prison. So now Class 1B is up. It's tied. It's tied. Yeah, Class 1B tied the matchup now. So obviously this is the last person to go in probably is going to lose this matchup. Now, we cut back to the Todoroki fight. Todoroki looks like he's just heating up his flames even more and more. And when it looks like he's about to get the finishing blow on Tetsu, because Tetsu looks like he's just worn out completely. What happens to our boy Todoroki?
He conk. He gets banged up pretty badly and gets knocked out.
Yes. And what happens after that?
Tenya Ida comes in and socks
Bro, that man broke his whole mask. He was like, oh, I was like, my boy Ida with his kicks. They're deadly. He's fast. He's fast, but deadly with his kicks. That man, I'm sorry. He might have to be up there with Sanji in terms of best kicking protagonist.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. So, because of it, it starts to knock out Mr. Honuki. But Honuki is like, I gotta stay active at least one final. I gotta do something, otherwise we're going to lose. And again, just like the last battle, Class 1B does something to essentially, I guess you would say, which looked like it would be a pretty simple Class 1A victory. Sadly, it didn't end that way. What was the last move Mr. Mudman did to essentially look like or really seal the deal for Class 1A?
He gets Tetsu to knock down a huge a silo, and it falls right on top of Ida.
At the same time, using his own quirk to make it to where he does his mud thing to cover Ida in. And Ida can't get out because his leg got affected by the Kaibara stuff. Again, coming back to bite Ida in the butt. Now Ida's conscious. He's stuck. He can't do anything. Todoroki's already knocked out. Tetsu's knocked out. Honuki's knocked out. The only two remaining people are Shoji and Pony. Now, the one thing I did like, cutting back to the Ida moment, is he remembered his thing from season 2 when he went on his whole I want to get revenge on my brother stuff against Stain. He remembered that, listen, my boy Todoroki is knocked out. The best thing in this situation to do is a retreat and save somebody instead of picking a fight that I can't win. That's one thing I like. That's character development, character growth. Learning from his past mistakes and using it in a battle is like, okay, I'm down 2-1 against very strong opponents. I'm gonna get Todoroki out of here and save him and live to fight another day. Did you like that part too?
Yeah.
Now this is what Pony eventually does too. And essentially what she does is she knows she can't fight Shoji in a head-to-head fight because Shoji's just gonna win that. So what she does is she uses her horn to take Tetsu and Honuki as well as Todoroki. Now, you would think she would put Todoroki in the jail, but she kind of just goes up high into the air with all of them. And essentially what Deku's like, honestly, she can't do much of anything here. So she's doing the best thing that she can do, and that's essentially wait for help to arrive. Because Soji can't reach up in the air to go get her and stuff like that. And two, if Todoroki reawakens, she's screwed, essentially. So she just stood up in the air, and that's kind of it. She has her fallen teammates, so she kind of just sits there, and then you see the clock tick down. It gets to 0, and essentially this match ends up in a draw. Obviously, with the fact that there's 5 matches and there was 1 win, 1 loss by either team, there definitely had to be a point in one of these matches. There had to be a draw. Some people might be pissed off that their boy Todoroki, they might say, oh, Todoroki got downplayed again. They're never showing him the respect he deserved ever since season 2, which, people, get over it. He's like gonna be integral in the 3rd movie anyways. He had a badass part in the 2nd movie, not too long ago. Your boy Todoroki's gonna be fine. Trust me, with what I've seen, he's gonna be fine. So I don't know why you have these Todoroki fans gonna get up in arms pissed off that, oh, Todoroki freaking got knocked out by a freaking cylinder. Sadly, that's the My Hero Academia community. They take things to heart very too seriously. Your thoughts of the draw? I don't mind the draw. It was when I read this in the manga, I was shocked that it ended into a draw. I thought the Todoroki team would pull out and win, but I understand why they did end up in a draw.
I don't really mind it actually.
Yeah. Anyways, we get some resolutions to fight. Tetsu is eating, I guess, a protein bar, and he's like, "Let's fight again." I'm like, well, that's wonderful. Okay. Two, we see the other Honuki. We see his full face reveal, and the dude looks like a skeleton with skin.
We've seen it before.
Yeah, he would make a great Halloween costume.
I don't know if that was a compliment or a diss towards him.
I'm not gonna judge. No discrimination to how characters look. I think he's a unique design. I'm just like, God, how are you not scaring people in your own in UA?
Like I
But
said,
that's probably why he wears his mask. That looks oddly similar to Sero's mask.
now that was a diss.
So we get some resolution. We have Recovery Girl do her kissing thing. Now Ida says he blames himself for not being faster to do anything. And essentially, what was the one thing that Todoroki kind of took back from this entire match that he figures that he always tends to do?
Think about his dad a lot?
Or about his battles?
Kind of missed that actually.
He tends to use his ice first more than his fire. So this is obviously the character development for Todoroki to start maybe accepting the fact that, hey, yes, I don't like to use my fire too much because it reminds me of my damn dad that I hate. Well, I guess you can say he's all right with. He's still not cool with him, but he's better. But this could definitely be the start of him starting to use his fire first more than his ice, because, hey, he always uses ice and he tends to be too dependent on it sometimes. But, yeah. Anyways, we get a little bit built into the fourth matchup, which is the matchup revolving around Bakugo. We find out an interesting factoid about one of the Class 1B members in this match, and that's Setsuna, who, at the time, I know everybody loved her. They thought, oh, this is new best girl now? We find out she's another UA student that got into UA based off recommendation. And I'm just like, wow, Class 1B's got a lot of students that got on in recommendation.
My jaw kind of dropped when I saw her. I was like,
Oh, is it because she's Latina?
She's kind of big looking.
Okay, calm down there, boy.
It did catch me off guard. It did catch me off guard. So when I saw her, like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Yeah, that's where the episode ends off. Bakugo's matchup is about to begin, so Bakugo's got some insane plan. Because Jiro's like, what are you talking about you're thinking about doing? And that's when Bakugo's like, just watch me, Deku. And that's where your episode ends. So next week, we gonna get Bakugo, who doesn't like to work with teams, and probably is gonna try to be a one-man show.
Probably.
So this is definitely gonna be a very interesting match. Now, I know the resolution of this match. My question is, I wonder how many episodes it's gonna be. So far, we've got 2 episodes. I don't know if there's gonna be 1 episode or 2 episodes. We'll just have to see when the episode comes out. But hey, guys, battles are starting to heat up, and sooner enough, you're gonna get close to everyone. Everybody wants to see the Deku fight because it's not like everybody's been bitching about this entire arc. I know, guys, this isn't the best My Hero Academia arc. I've said it so myself. I still like the arc, but it's my least favorite arc. But I still think it's pretty cool. Which I've seen a lot of people talk about that season 5 for My Hero Academia hasn't been getting a lot of talked about, especially positively. Look, I don't blame them for the slow start. I understand you want to focus on the world's threat, like what Endeavor and the other main heroes are doing, but the show's called My Hero Academia, about heroes in training. So look, I'll just say this. We'll get to that stuff. You just gotta be patient. Like everybody else. Gotta be patient for everything they watch anime related. But I thought this episode was really good. I enjoyed it. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Alright, I think we can get out of here, guys. So anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of My Hero Academia. Did you like the draw or not? Again, do what you guys want to do. Say, I'll maybe reply. I don't know. Hit the subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content. And again, for manga fans, there will be a My Hero Academia manga chapter review coming out today. Obviously, we saw the character in the manga, but this character is now much more fleshed out now, which makes it so much cooler. But anyways, look forward to that. Look forward to also another Resident Evil episode review. I think part 10, even though I say in that video it's part 11. I know, stupid. So look forward to that. Anyways, that's kind of it. So we're gonna get up, guys. So hopefully you guys are having a great rest of your day. Safe day too. So this has been Captain 15.
And the Red Wolf.
We're signing out. Hopefully you guys stay safe out there. Peace.